blood still runs down Cherokee Highway. A senseless river.
They're flying onto the country music scene with a big hit song. Coming up next on Talk of the Town, we'll talk with Western Flyer. Also today, we'll show you how kickboxing can help you get in shape and protect yourself at the same time.
From the studios of News Channel 5, this is Talk of the Town with your hosts, Debbie Allen, Harry Chapman, and Joe Case.
And now, up next, the story behind the hit country song Cherokee Highway. We'll talk with Western Flyer when we come back.
A senseless river filled with all they share. Just two dark sides to share.
Well, when you say the name Western Flyer, people generally think of bicycles and red-painted wagons. This Western Flyer mixes traditional country sounds with pop and rock. Most of their songs deal with real-life issues, such as racism on the song Cherokee Highway. Let's take a look.
From the shadows comes a boy with darker skin. Though they killed his daddy, gonna save his friend. He runs through the door as the house falls in, and the blood still runs down Cherokee Highway. A senseless river filled with all they share. Just two dark sides to Cherokee Highway. But black or white, the blood still runs red.
Cherokee Highway, and the group is Western Flyer. I know many folks here in Nashville know these guys because they are mostly local guys, and I want you to meet them right now. And we'll start down on the end and see if I can pull this off. We have Steve, we have Bruce, we have Chris, we have Danny, we have Roger, and TJ. Western Flyer, glad you could be with us. You know, for a long time, people around this station have been saying you've got to have Western Flyer. You know, somebody's been doing some great PR for you guys, Danny.
Hey, we've been working real hard on infiltrating Channel 5 here. So we finally done it. We pulled it off. So.
How did the band come together, Chris?
Well, actually, most of us went to the same church, and I think a couple of our church members work here. We went to the same church, had an opportunity to put a band together, and it's been the same 6 guys for about 3 years now.
Yeah. Had it been in other bands, Bruce?
Have I been in other bands? Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps band for 9 years.
Oh, really?
So I guess that would qualify.
I would say that qualifies anytime. Have you tried kickboxing yet?
Actually, I did a little bit of that, but we'll just let you be the example.
Such a poor example I am. Steve, how about you? Were you playing in other bands around town?
Yeah, when I first came to Nashville, I worked in the recording studios as an engineer for a little while, and then got a job playing guitar for Stephen Curtis Chapman, which was a real big break for me here.
Yeah.
And that's where I consecutively met Chris, and then it's history from there.
And let's step down here at the end. How about you, TJ?
I moved to town about 12 years ago and just did recording sessions and a lot of jingles and stuff.
And Roger?
Well, I was a church music director for 7 years, and I came here and played at Opryland for 4 years.
Oh, really?
Sure did.
Now, that's quite a switch. Why did you give up the church music to come perform at Opryland?
Well, I became a secular, evil, and worldly person.
It happens along the way.
No, I had always wanted to play, you know, and be involved in entertainment, and it just took some years for me to integrate the call and the convictions with the career.
Yeah. Cherokee Highway is a song that deals with racial issues, a very powerful song, and the video is even more powerful. Tell me about that song.
Well, it's a song that I wrote with a guy named Tony Wood, who also wrote our first single, Western Flyer, with me. I grew up in Mississippi in the 60s. My dad's a Baptist preacher, and so I was familiar with some of the attitudes around that particular topic. And so I told Tony one day I wanted to write a song that dealt with the issue that would not be a real preachy type of song, but to come up with a story. So just in talking, we came up with a story about what it would be like for two young kids who might happen to grow up together. One's black, one's white. They're both 10 years old. And if they were friends back during that time, the early 60s, and so we just kind of followed the story through and took it in. I played it for the guys, then played it for the head of our record company, and ended up making it on the album and being our third single.
The video is something that was a very bold move, though, because even though the lyrics, but when you see that on screen, the two little boys becoming blood brothers, and then the little black boy's father being killed and the house burning and both boys die in that house fire, did all of you have input into that concept of the video? How did that come together? Anybody want, Bruce?
Actually, it was a story song to begin with, so the video kind of wrote itself. Yeah. And we did have an opportunity to talk to the director a little bit about the imagery, the kind of ideas we wanted to have in the video, and they put the whole thing together. It came out just like what we were expecting. So.
What kind of feedback are you getting on it? I'd be curious to know.
Incredible feedback. I mean, especially from the video you mentioned. I mean, it's been very, very positive. I mean, we've had. I think we're already at about 90 video outlets around the country already playing it. Our last two singles, I think they both peaked in the 80s, and this video has only been reported for about 3 weeks now. So it's moved incredibly fast, and I know CMT and TNN both have gotten great response from it. And it's really helped us being a new act, trying to get out there and have people put a face with the name. Even places who have not played our music on the radio will go play there, and they recognize us from the video.
Yeah, that video exposure is almost necessary for anybody who's kind of beginning a career. But you've been out touring. Did you say you were out with Tammy Wynette? Is that who you were with?
Did some shows with Tammy Wynette. Last week we were out with John Michael Montgomery and have some other shows coming up with him in May. We're playing with Diamond Rio and Aaron Tippin, Pam Tillis, and others this summer.
That's great.
Fun.
I know one of your big projects is Camp Anytime. Want to tell me about what Camp Anytime is and what that's about, Chris?
Yeah, Camp Anytown is...
Anytown, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a camp that's going to be held here this summer. It's sponsored by the National Conference of Christians and Jews, which is a national organization that deals with prejudice and deals with racism and through education, teaching people and especially youth how to deal with diversity.
Right. Good. Well, we'll put all that information on the Talk of the Town hotline. By the way, while y'all are here, New York Magazine has uncovered a treasure trove of potential new country hit song titles you might want to consider. I'll just give you a couple. My wife's gone, my dog's dead, and I'm sober.
All right.
Might be something I think about. Or he were so ugly I couldn't drink him purty. Yeah. Or since you left me, I'm beside myself, but neither of us wants you back. Just some ideas to throw out on your next album, okay?
Oh, man.
Great. We're glad to have you here. Western Flyer. Thanks a lot. And here's the album. Pick it up, and it's a great group. These are our people right here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. Up next, tips for planting a beautiful garden. We'll be right back after this.
A San